The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Slepian Ellexson, PLLC.
When it comes to your Social Security disability, do you know your rights? Well, join us today is Eric Slepian and Brian Ellison of Slepian Ellexson, PLLC, to share some important information about Social Security disability. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Good morning.
Well,
good. Doing
well,
good.
This is a very important topic to people, especially those who might be hurt right now and not knowing their disabilities when it comes to their Social Security, because we always hear, you know what, you collect your Social Security after retirement, or if someone's passed away, it goes to you. But right now, people can use their disabilities. So I have some questions I want to ask you that people are wondering about. And one is, do you have to be out of work for a certain period of time in order to apply for Social Security disability?
So the short answer to that question is no. You can apply for disability as soon as you're unable to perform any work due to your medical conditions. Part of the requirements is that the impairment has to be expected to keep you from working for at least a year. But we certainly suggest that you file early, mostly because this system takes a long time. There's a lot of bureaucracy, a lot of roadblocks, and you might as well start as soon as you can.
Yeah, I like that, and very important to do. So is being unable to perform your past work enough to qualify you for benefits, speaking of that?
So you'd think so, right? You'd think if you were in construction your whole life and you couldn't do construction anymore, you'd qualify. But Social Security rules are very challenging. You have to show that you can't do what you used to do and that you can't do other work. And so, seeing your doctors, talking about your symptoms, it's not just enough that you can't, do physical work that maybe you did before. You have to show that you can't do something a lot easier. And so talking to your doctors and really doing everything you can to get better is important to show that you can't do that other kinds of work.
Yeah, so it's not just a doctor's note.
No.
I wish.
Right. All right. Is Social Security disability automatic if you have qualified for other disabilities programs like VA benefits or workman's comp?
So Social Security uses their own rules, and they apply them differently than other agencies. So the short answer to that question is no. You could be 100% unemployable in the Veterans Administration, and then Social Security can come back and find that you're able to do lots of work.
Okay. Let's talk about explaining why hiring a firm like Slepian Ellexson is better than trying to do it on your own.
So Eric sort of talked about the bureaucracy. It's a very challenging process. It shouldn't be, but it can be very overwhelming, particularly when you're struggling with health challenges that are keeping you from working. There are forms that need to be filled out. Something you write down today could come back to bite you in 2 or 3 years because the process takes that long. And so, talking to an attorney early is going to give you the information that you need. We're going to help you fill out the forms. We're going to help coordinate with your doctors to make sure that the evidence is there early in the process. So hopefully it doesn't take that 2 years, 3 years, and you can start providing for your family sooner than that.
Yeah. All right, this is a question on it, but I have a question. How do I find out what my Social Security disability is?
So your disability amount's going to be based upon your earnings record, how long you've worked, how much money you've paid in terms of taxes. And so the best way to think about it is, what would your amount be at your full retirement age? And the disability amount's going to be close to that amount.
Got it. Okay, my last question is, what are the Social Security disability advocates that are promoted, and how are they different from your firm?
So you see these advocates on TV sometimes. Yeah, the big thing to understand is that they're not lawyers. They're not bound by the ethical rules that we're bound by. They're not bound to the fiduciary duties that we're bound by. And it's funny because we all charge the same. Our fees are set by Social Security. So if the choice is hiring a non-lawyer versus hiring a lawyer, and you're paying the same fee, which is nothing out of pocket and only a fee if the case is successful, then you may as well hire a lawyer who has your best interest at heart as opposed to an advocate who maybe has their best interest at heart.
Yeah, and that's where you come in, because you guys know the rules and you're studying them every day. It's not like once a month sometimes with the advocates when they get them in. You're always looking at this because that's what you, of course, are good at.
Right. I mean, that's all that we do. And I've spent my life advocating for the rights of the injured, the sick, and the disabled. And we encourage people, call us, get the information, get the facts. We're here to help you, and we're going to do the best that we can for our clients.
I like it. Brian, Eric, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
And information's right there on the screen if you want to contact the Slepian Ellexson group for any needs in your Social Security disability, or just have questions, you can. So there you go. Also, we'll have information on the CW7AZ.com. Right. Hey, don't go anywhere. There's more of the Arizona Daily Mix after this.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by Slepian Ellexson, PLLC.